All right, welcome back. Jim and Eric here with Mountain Forge Hunting. We're about to show you day 2 of our Montana 2023 No Camp Days trip. And this is really just a legit, good, all-around, good day of Montana hunting. And we have a great time hiking, 60-degree weather, which is not awesome for mule deer, but it was an awesome day of hiking around Glassing Hills, spotting a good buck, seeing some other things, some ups and downs, so we're going to take you along for the ride and show you the whole adventure.
Yeah. All right. Good morning. Morning of day 2 of our No Camp Days trip, Montana trip. Those of you who've been following us along. Coming in the back side of the area we're trying to get into yesterday, so we got a little extra hiking this morning, but one other guy looks like he's hunting this area, so that's not too bad for as much people we've been seeing run around public land over here. So this is area I've taken 2 good bucks out of here over the last 2 years, so high confidence in the area that it produces, so we'll see what the day brings.
Let's head up and come out heavy.
Yeah. All right.
Well, first shed of the trip. Me and Eric just stopped and said 5 shed a day. Heavy packs with sheds. Looks like a nice little whitetail shed.
Year or 2 old, probably. It's got cracked still.
Yeah.
That's a little icebreaker for the morning.
In this area last year, and lots of snow, so there might be a couple years worth of sheds back here. Cool.
All right, guys, we are back just above the spot where I shot my buck last year, and Joe just spotted a buck bouncing up over the skyline, over the ridge, and a bunch of does with him. And so we're going to try to get some high ground and creep up along that ridge and see if we can't see him on the other side of him somewhere. So we definitely spooked him a little bit. They're about 420 across this ravine, and we're hoping to get up there on that ridge you can see behind me and pick him up somewhere on the other side. Joe didn't get a chance to look at him very closely, just could tell immediately coming across him that he was a good buck, so it's promising.
Little update, Joe's seen a big buck skyline come over the ridge. 2 does kind of followed. Pretty sure we picked the does up, but we haven't picked the buck back up yet, so got one of these does bedded 450 yards away. You can see her in the middle of the screen there. We're just, sun's shining on her. We've been here about an hour. Waiting for her to get up, or maybe if that buck's around, get her up and start pushing her around. So might be wasting our time, but he might be right here too. it up on this ridge. So, gonna keep glassing down into these draws. The deer we are seeing is bedded down in the timber, so it's supposed to be like 60 today. Not good. But if they're rutting, they're rutting, so let's just keep poking around. We'll turn one up.
There's a coyote in the trip.
Careful. Did it come out of a hole?
Baby rattlesnake down here.
Come out of a hole?
Looks like it. Just walked up on Jim. Jim's been sitting right here.
Glassing into. Me and Eric were up here last year, the last day of our hunt, but there was so much snow. It looked a lot different. Just put the spotter on a few deer, a little buck, 3 does. He was rutting though midday, so.
Right, end of day 2. Not a lot moving around. Definitely can tell that the deer population seemed to be lower than some years past. First couple of years we were over here, 50, 60 deer every day without even trying hard. So maybe a dozen, maybe 2 dozen today. I'm not sure totally. Saw a couple bucks, couple from off in the distance. Definitely smaller bucks. Little rut activity, but no bucks for us today. Joe's doubling down. The one he saw earlier this morning, he really thinks it's a good buck. It was right above where I shot my buck last year, and there was another 4-point with him just as I shot. So if that guy survived, he might have been a decent buck this year, and if he's living here, could likely have been him. So we'll probably be back in here this week, if not tomorrow, the next day, and the next day, trying to find them. Beautiful Montana sky line back there. It's awesome. Video's not going to do it justice, but this is a beautiful country. Okay, we'll check back in. Thanks for following along with us on this adventure, and we'll pick you guys up on the next episode.
Okay, so hope you guys liked that video. As you saw there, we blew a big buck over the ridge, couldn't turn him back up. I almost sat on a rattlesnake glassing, so...
That was our first time.
Yeah.
Rattlesnake in Montana in November. So.
Yeah, first one in Montana for sure, and I don't know. It was nice that day. He must have came out in the rocks to get some warmth, but yeah, that just goes to show you how dangerous mule deer hunting can be. So lessons learned here was we had a spot we wanted to get to, and we were glassing our way in, but we weren't glassing hard enough because we kicked what Joe thought was a really good buck up. Eric and I didn't get eyes on him. We saw his does, but Joe was pretty adamant, and we believe him. He's seen enough bucks that it was a good buck, a shooter buck, and he went up and over. And even though they're rutting, they're still deer, they're mature, and we just kind of blew that one up, I think. So
stay tuned for our next one. It's going to be day 3 of our trip, and we're calling it Big 3 trip. So, or Big 3 day, because we see a nice Big 3, and I have a hard time.
Yeah.
Hard time making a decision on them. So
buck in the crosshairs, we don't know what to do.
So stay tuned.